Gentlemen, listen closely because what I am about to tell you may shock you. 8-year age, one single mistake made in Enhancement right after masturbation can do more harm to your body than you realize. It can silently weaken your erections, lower your testosterone, and even increase your risk of prostate problems. I have seen men lose years of vitality because they ignored this vulnerable wind. That's how serious it is. My name is Dr. Moik Kara. I am a professor of urology and a men's health specialist. And for over 30 years, I've dedicated my career to helping men protect their testosterone, preserve their erections, and enjoy intimacy well into their senior years. I've treated thousands of men over 60, and I can tell you with certainty, the difference between staying strong or slipping in total decline often comes down to what you do immediately after release. Now, here's the paradox. Most men believe masturbation itself is the problem. But the truth is, the act isn't what damages you. It's what you do afterward. That's where the danger hides. And it's why so many men unknowingly sabotage themselves. That's why today, I'm going to reveal the 5 things you should never do after masturbation. 5 mistakes that can shorten your stamina, age your body faster, and damage your prostate health if you're not careful. And stay with me until the end because the last mistake'll share is the most dangerous of all. The one that has left countless men struggling silently, never realizing the cause. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bells. You never miss another important health lesson designed for men in their 60s and beyond. And if this message speaks to you, let me know in the comments. Type 1 if you find it helpful, or 0 if you'd like me to improve and bring you even better content. Let's begin with the very first mistake. And it's one I see most often in men your age. Right after release, the body naturally wants to shut down and drift into sleep. But giving in too quick can silently drain your energy, weaken your circulation, and harm your erections over time. Mistake number 1, falling asleep immediately after masturbation. Falling asleep immediately after masturbation. I want to start with the most common mistake. One I've seen countless men make in my clinic, and one that I myself, as a younger man, once thought was harmless. After release, the body feels heavy. The eyes grow tired, and that wave of drowsiness almost demands you collapse into bed. It feels natural, even comforting. But here's the truth many men over 60 don't realize. Given Ginto that urge and falling asleep right away can slowly chip away at your energy, your stamina, and your erections. Let me explain what happens inside your body. After orgasm, the hormone epicactin surges. It's the same hormone that signals your brain to rest, to stop, to recover. And while that hormone makes you feel relaxed, it also slows blood circulation. Now imagine what that means for a man in his 60s, a time when blood vessels are already less elastic and the heart doesn't push blood as forcefully as it once did. The very moment when your body needs help flushing out toxins and restoring balance, you cut off that chance drifting into sleep. The result is that waste products linger longer in your system. Your testosterone rebounds more slowly and your baseline energy level drops the following day. That fatigue you sometimes feel when you wake up, the lack of motivation, the sense that yours up and go has vanished, can often be traced back to this simple act of collapsing into bed too soon. I've had patients come to me saying, "Doc, I don't understand why I feel so drained the next day. It's just one release." And I look at them and say, it's not just the release. It's the way you treat your body afterward. Because when you repeat this habit over and over, your body begins to adapt in the wrong direction. It learns to function at a lower level of testosterone. It accepts sluggish circulation as the new normal, and your erections slowly lose their strength. What feels like harmless rest in the moment is, in reality, a slow and quiet erosion of vitality. The solution isn't complicated, but it requires a shift in discipline. Instead of letting sleep swallow you immediately, give yourself just 5 to 10 minutes. Take a gentle walk around the house, stretch your arms and legs, drink a glass of water, or simply practice deep breathing. These small actions tell your body to finish what it started, to clear out toxins, to pump blood more effectively, and to begin restoring testosterone. Think of it as a cool down after exercise. You wouldn't run on a treadmill and then drop to the ground without catching your breath. So why would you do that to your sexual health? And here's the empowering part. Once men over 60 begin adopting this change, the feedback is often immediate. They report clearer minds the next morning, a little more spring in their step, and over time, stronger and more reliable erections. It's proof that even small choices at this stage of life can still make a powerful difference. Now, if falling asleep right away can cause this much damage over time, imagine what happens when you shock your body in the opposite direction. Because the second mistake men make after release seems innocent, even refreshing, but it quietly harms the very teshwes that give you an erection. And that mistake is taking a cold shower too soon. Mistake number 2, taking a cold shower right away. The second mistake is one that surprised many men because on the surface, it feels like the healthy, refreshing thing to do after release. When the body feels warm and a little drained, many men think jumping straight into a cold shower will wake them up, wash away the fatigue, and reset their energy. I've heard men tell me, "Doc, I always finish with a cold shower. It makes me feel alive again." But here's the truth, and it may come as a shock. That habit could be silently undermining your erections, your blood flow, and your confidence as a man. Let's step inside the body for a moment. After orgasm, your blood vessels are wide open. The nerves are relaxed, the tissues are more vulnerable, and your entire system is in what I call a recovery phase. Now, picture what happens when you suddenly hit that delicate state with icy cold water. Your blood vessels, which had just dilated, constrict in a flash. The circulation that should be restoring nutrients and oxygen to your sexual organs slows to a crawl. Instead of helping your body recover, you've just created a shock that pushes blood away from where it is needed most over the years. I've had patients in their 60s and 70s sit across from me and whisper something they were almost too embarrassed to admit. "Doc, I think I'm shrinking down there." And while there are many factors that contribute to that feeling, repeated cold exposure after release is one of the hidden culprits. The tissues lose elasticity. The erections don't feel as strong. And what once was a symbol of power begins to feel like a fading shadow of itself. That's not just physical. It was chiefly on a man's mind and spirit. I'll be honest, I know this mystica personally. When I was younger, I thought a cold shower was the fastest way to wake up after sex or masturbation. It felt tough, almost like I was proving something to myself. But I learned that the body doesn't see it as strength. It sees it as stress. And for older men with blood vessels already less forgiving, the damage can be even greater. So, what should you do instead? Themes were surprisingly simple. Skip the shock and choose warmth. A mild warm shower helps blood continue to flow freely, keeps the muscles relaxed, and supports recovery rather than interrupting it. Think of warm water as your ally, gently guiding your body back to balance instead of slamming the brakes on circulation. Men who make the change often tell me they notice a difference quickly. Erections feel fuller, recovery is faster, and there's a sense of comfort rather than tension. If a cold shower can do this much harm in just a few minutes, imagine what happens when men add fuel to the fire with the wrong choices afterward, grabbing junk food, alcohol, or even a cigarette. That's the third mistake, and it may be the one that speeds up aging faster than any of the others. Mistake number 3, reaching for junk food. Alcohol or cigarettes. Number 3, reaching for junk food, alcohol, or cigarettes. This third mistake is one I see more often than I'd like to admit. And it cuts deep because it feels so familiar to so many men. After release, when your body is in that vulnerable state, there's an almost automatic pull toward comfort. Something salty, something sweet, a glass of whiskey, or maybe a cigarette to calm the nerves. I've had countless men in their 60s tell me, "Doc, after I finish, I just want a slice of pizza or a drink. It helps me relax." And I look them in the eye and tell them that comfort is costing you more than you realize, because in that moment, your body isn't asking for junk, it's asking for recovery. Let's break down what's really happening. After ejaculation, dopamine levels fall, testosterone dips, and your nervous system is in a delicate balance. This is the exact point when your body needs nutrients, hydration, and time to restore itself. But when you hand it processed carbs, nicotine, or alcohol, you stack stress upon stress. The blood sugar spikes, the hormones crash harder, and your body starts producing more estrogen relative to testosterone. For Eamon over 60, this is the perfect storm. That extra belly fat that seems impossible to lose. Those sluggish mornings that make you feel older than your years. That creeping lack of desire in the bedroom. They're often fueled by this very cycle. I'll share something I'll never forget. Years ago, I treated a gentleman in his late 60s who came in desperate Farnsworth. He complained of constant fatigue, low drive, and weak erections. We tested his hormones, and sure enough, his testosterone was at rock bottom. When I asked about his habits, he